What's up, my dudes? So I'm going to be talking about some life lessons in this video, bro. And I'm not talking about like you touch the hot coffee pot with your hand and then you learn not to touch the coffee pot anymore. I'm going a little bit deeper than that, okay? We're going to be getting a little bit more intellectual with it. There's quite a few different things I've learned that I feel like you almost have to like experience it to really learn it. So you might actually learn something in this video here. I know most of my videos are just like crazy videos where I'm messing around and stuff, but yeah, so let's just get into it. Number one, balance. Okay, you have to understand what sort of dimension you're actually living in. Alright, so you've got the sun, you've got the moon, you've got hot, you've got cold, you've got negative, you've got positive, you've got left, you've got right, you've got fast, you've got slow. Everything in this dimension has a polar opposite on both sides of it. So you're living in a balanced dimension. So what that means is that most of the things that you do, it's better to be a little more balanced with it than it is like one way or the other. And you'll learn that about a lot of different things in life. It's a lot more about the actual like finding a balance in it. So for instance, you know, there's times where you can be a positive person and there's times where you need to be a negative person to get your point across. So, like, you don't just want to be Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky all the time, or people will run over you and you won't be able to get your point across about some things. But you also don't want to be negative all the time about everything, because then you'll just drive yourself crazy, and that's not a way to live either. So you start to realize, like, there's just a balance with everything, dude. For instance, motocross. You want to go as fast as you possibly can, but you don't want to go so fast that you crash. So there's a balance with that. There's just a balance to every single aspect of everything in this dimension. Every single thing, it's pretty crazy when you actually realize that, like, everything has an opposite to it. Everything is like that. That's just the way it is. So it's pretty wild, but so moving on to number two. So there is only one person you can truly trust in this world, and that's yourself, you, and yourself. So just let that sink in for a second, okay? I don't care who it is. I don't care what kind of power they're in. I don't care if they're like the top news outlet. I don't care what they are. You cannot just trust people in this world. You can't trust what they say. You can't trust what they write. You can't. Anybody will lie at any point in time. We're all just human beings at the end of the day. So don't like put anyone on a higher pedestal like, oh, they're too good to like be corrupt, or they're too good to lie. You know, they're way too high up for that. Don't ever think that for a second, because in this world, anyone can do it at any second, for any reason. And there's a lot of reasons for these people to do that out there. So that's another thing that you start to realize is like, you can only truly trust yourself. You know, that is the only purest person that you can trust in the world, is yourself. Now, I'm not saying just don't ever trust anybody and don't ever, you know, do anything like that. I mean, you have to put a little bit of trust in people, or you can never have communications and exchanges with people. You know, if you're just somebody that like doesn't trust anyone ever, then it just, no one will ever want to hang out with you or do anything. So you have to give a little bit of trust, but just never put like 100% of trust, you know, into something. You have to just be aware of, like, anyone can snap at any second. You know, you can think you know someone for 30 years and then they completely change in 5 seconds. That's just the way the world is. So, you know, just be careful of like who you trust like that. And you have to listen to not only what's up here, but also what's in here. I think a lot of people, they just listen to what's up here, and they don't realize, like, there's a lot of truth behind, like, go with your gut feeling. I feel like it's a lot more important than people think, because see, your brain has all these sort of filters on it. Like, your mind has all these filters where it's like, okay, I don't want to say this because I'll offend that person, and I can't say this because I might get negative backlash for that, so I can't say this and I can't say that. And before you know it, you're not even being yourself at all. Like, at all. It's way better to go with what's in your heart and what's in your gut feeling. Like, you actually get feelings from that. It's not all just in your mind. You have to go with what you really feel is the right thing, and what you really feel like is what you think about something. That's another big thing. In this day and age, everyone just wants to bandwagon and hop on the winning team, and it seems like everyone does that nowadays. No one thinks for their self anymore. No one's like, you know what, this is wrong, let me actually speak about this. Or everyone's too scared of backlash. They're too scared of it. Everyone is a follower. No one's a leader anymore. No one is like out here like saying how this stuff really is. Let me tell you, dude, there is a lot of people in this world that will be fake straight up to your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, way more than you will ever imagine. I would say there's probably a good 80 or 90% of people in this world that are completely fake. They're not even who they actually are. Like it's unreal. But it's like, just don't be so scared of the backlash, man. Like, it's gonna be okay. Like, voice your opinion. Actually be genuine. Be something. Don't just, like, be another number in this winning crowd over here. Like, actually have your own thoughts and opinions about things. Like, dude, if you disagree with me or anything that I say, I have absolutely zero problem with that. No problem with that at all. Voice your opinion, tell me what you think about it, but don't just bandwagon, dude. Like, if you actually disagree with what I say because you disagree with what I say, not because the person you associate with disagrees with what I say, because you as a person disagrees with what I say, then that's cool. But don't, like, take all these outside sources, and just because you don't like somebody, then you disagree with their opinion. Like, it's okay to actually disagree with their opinion because you disagree with their opinion, but 90% of people out there disagree with people's opinions and just blindly hate because that's just the day and age we live in. The internet world has created this like hate for no reason kind of thing, and that's just what it is, and I understand it. But I'm just saying, like, it's sad that there's not people that actually think for themselves anymore. It's just pitiful. So that's something that you got to try hard to, and it takes balls to do that. It takes balls to stand up and be like, yeah, I don't agree with that, or yeah, that ain't right. Most people just don't have the balls to do it. They just don't have the balls to do it. It's just that simple. And then you've got your other side of people that are like your neutral people, your neutral heavy people, and those people aren't quite as bad as the, like, bandwagon style people, but they still, I mean, you guys know the kind of people I'm talking about here. The ones that, like, they're neutral about everything. They never say anything negative about anything. They never try to offend anyone about anything. They're, like, super, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like no one in this world just agrees with everything in this world. So stop acting like you do. You know what I'm saying? You're being fake at that point. Stop just trying to be this neutral, like, you agree with both sides of everything, of any different kind of thing that's going on out there. You just agree with everything. You have nothing bad to say about anything or anyone. Or it's not to say that you're, like, a bad person if you disagree, man. Like, that's what makes the world a little more like you think it should be. It's those people that are neutral all the time like that, they're just fake. They're just a fake person. It's fakeness. You're seeing fakeness, and you're disguising it for, like, someone that is just trying to get followers, or they're trying to get more subscribers, and they're trying not to lose anything. You know, a lot of, like, especially YouTubers and people like that, they will go with this sort of neutral route, and it's just fake. Like, I can't stand people like that. It's just so fake. I'm not saying to never be neutral. I mean, I've been neutral with some things before, you know, but, like, you guys know what I'm talking about, though, where it's like, if you can tell they obviously disagree with something, but they're still like, well, I can understand his side of it, and da-da. It's like, shut up, dude. No, you don't. You disagree with that. Say what you really mean about it. Stop. This fakeness has just, like, I don't even know. I can't stand it, though. That's one thing that I've noticed with this world, is just completely people just aren't real anymore, you know. So another thing, let's move on from all that. So, if you do it as much as you walk, it'll become as easy as walking. And I mean that with anything and everything in this world. Okay? So, if you're trying to get good at YouTube, if you do it as much as you walk, then it'll become as easy as walking. You remember how hard walking was when you were a little baby? You probably don't remember that, but you know, like, it's hard to figure out how to walk. You know, it's this, like, really hard learning that it takes kids a long time to learn it, and then they finally learn it. But when you get older, you don't even think about walking. You just do it because you do it all the time. And that exact same thing can be applied to anything out there. Whether you're trying to get good at a certain sport, or you're trying to get good at anything, YouTuber, whatever it is, the more you do it, the more it's just going to come natural to you. I don't necessarily believe anyone is just born, like, super talented. I don't believe that. I think your work ethic is disguised as your talent. You get what I'm saying? It's because it don't matter how talented you are, if you don't put the time into whatever it is, you're not going to be good at it. It's just that simple. You know, it's like, it's the truth, though. So many things in this world that are hard to do, and not a lot of people are able to do them. Well, that's because most people give up on it. And exactly when you want to give up is precisely when you can't give up, because that's when most people give up. And if you go further than when most people give up, then you will be the best at it. You get what I'm saying? So it's all just about being consistently doing something. And your passion drives everything that you do. That's a really important thing that I learned. It's not all about hard work, even though that's, like, the majority of it, because, you know, the hard work just overrides anything else. But the passion for it is what allows you to want to do that hard work. So really, it comes from the passion in something. Like, if you don't find the passion in it, then it's going to be really hard to want to put the hard work in. You get what I'm saying? The passion is what really, like, drives all of it. It's the base of all of it. You have to have the passion and the want to do it, or you're never going to be able to do it. You could be putting in tons of hard work, but it's not even in the right areas, and it's not even the right way, and then therefore you're not really getting that much out of it. You have to do it in the right ways, you know? And it's just something that you learn, man. But, like, it's crazy. What you think is impossible in this world, if you just stick at it every day, consistently do it every day, then it literally becomes like walking. You don't even think about it, and you're doing these amazing things. That's what's crazy about this world, is your mind gets so used to things that, like, to the average person, you look amazing at it. But to you, it's as if you're not even trying. But that's because you've done it every single day. The everyday doing things, man, it's like, it just does wonders for whatever it is that you're doing. Every day. Every day. You don't want to miss a day, because then you're falling back a little bit. It's one of the things you have to do it every single day if you want to become the best at anything. You have to. Either way, that's some of the life lessons that I've learned. I know I've kind of sprinkled them out through all of my videos in the past, but I just wanted to come in here and kind of focus on some of the more important ones that I've really tried to learn, and it's gotten me pretty far in life. You know, it took me a long time to learn these things. It's like, ever since before I was 21, I really didn't understand the world. But when I finally got to 21, it's like it all just hit me. Like I get it, you know. It's the balance of everything. That's the most important aspect. You don't want to have too much of anything. You just want to take balance of everything. And then by the end of it, you'll realize that you become very intelligent in that sense when you look at things in a balanced sort of way and not be so like 100 in this and 100 in that. You start to learn that, and so it's just a cool thing. But yeah, hope you guys learned something in this video, and I'll keep on making them. Later, dudes.